Hey, what's up guys, it's Trigger again doing another clan analysis. Today we're going to be talking about Granblues. This archetype, clan, whatever you want to call them, will get more support in the next following set, which will be set 6 for those of you who don't know. And so far they're very good, but they're not tier worthy. Here, let me explain why. Their starter is basically Guiding Zombie. His effect is when he's rotated on, you call him to the rear guard, you can soul charge him and mill 3 cards from the top of your deck. This entire deck focuses on reviving from the dead, milling, and just setting up your graveyard more than anything to set up your field. It's a very interesting deck, very intricate, very, how do I put this, tactical in a way. I like the concept, but so far their support is just really bad. They don't have enough units that do what they're supposed to, and their damage output is just terrible right now. But, let me get onto it. Then we have Chappie the Ghost. Basically, when he's called to the Guardian Circle, choose a unit from your deck and send it to your graveyard. He allows you to set up big plays. Lets you set up any kind of units like Night Mist and Samurai Spirit or whatever, and allows you to set up for a new game, for a new play, whatever. And he lets you he's a 10k shield, but he also, the more important part is he's a tool to set up. Very good card. Then we have grade 1s, Soul Dancing Cutlass. When it's called to the rear guard, Soul Blast 2, draw a card. It's kind of your mini draw engine, because by the time you go into your 2, you should have a Guiding Zombie and a grade 1. It's always best to ride your Samurai Spirit if you're planning on using this. And then next turn right over, use this, ditch a Samurai Spirit, and then you set up your graveyard just nicely. Remember, this whole deck focuses on setting up your graveyard so you can set up your field. It's very good. I just love the concept. But Dancing Cutlass allows you to set up for that graveyard play. Samurai Spirit, this is one of the more common effects of this clan. Its effect is in the drop zone. Counterblast 1, choose one of your Granblue rear guards and retire it. And call this, and if you have a Granblue Vanguard, call this unit out. Boom. So you swap units from your grave to your field. It's pretty cool. And he's a nice 7k booster, which isn't bad. Just very good unit, and also essential for another little play you can do. Then we have Captain Night Mist and Ruin Shade for grade 2s. Captain Night Mist is the same as Samurai Spirit. Night Mist effect is basically the same. Drop zone, Counterblast 1, choose one of your grade 1 or greater rear guards and retire it. And if you have a Granblue Vanguard, call this unit to the rear guard. And also when he's a Vanguard, if you have a Night Mist in your grave, in your drop zone, whatever, he gains 3,000 power for that, for the duration. As long as he's a Vanguard, though. So he's essentially the same thing. He's a free shield, essentially, because you can give up bad rear guards like Cutlass. I mean, his effect is great, but he's only a 5k booster, which is terrible. So you can Counterblast 1, get rid of the bad booster, and have a nice 9-beater / interceptor. Very good utility card overall, and he's basically the poster boy of the entire clan. Then we have Ruin Shade. This is one of your main beat 6. Grade 2, 9,000 power. Its effect is put 2 cards from the top of your deck into your drop zone. If this unit attacks, you can pay and you have a Granblue Vanguard, you pay the cost. If you do, it gains 2,000 during that battle. So she's an 11 beater by herself. Not bad. You can back her up with a Samurai Spirit and she'll still be an 18. Just a very easy power play, but not really recommended unless you need to mill. She's a 9k by herself, which is pretty solid, but you only want to use her mill effect if you're missing cards in your grave to mill. And be careful when you're using these effects, because you can end up milling your triggers and just in key cards, and it's just bad. But overall, her concept is very nice. And then we have the grade 3s. There's another one called Baskirk, but he doesn't really bleh. Anyways, Spirit Exceeding, he's your superior right engine. Choose a unit named Samurai Spirit and a unit named Night Spirit, which is your critical trigger. Send to the drop zone. If you have a Granblue grade 2 Vanguard, you can ride him on top. So as soon as you ride your grade 2, you can set up with a Chappie the previous turns, and then get him in grave. You can use this guy in grave. All you need is the Night Spirit, call that out. Use his effect, Counterblast 1, and then use his effect, retire both of them, and you go into your grade 3. Very easy to set up. It's not really a bad deck. It allows you to get into that twin drive faster, and you don't really use too many resources with it. And then we have Witch Doctor of the Abyss Negromarl. I hate that name. It just makes me feel racist because there's Negro in it. Ugh. Anyways, 8,000 attack, grade 3. Bad. Very, very bad. You never want this guy to be your Vanguard. Always keep him as a rear guard. He's also a good tribute fodder for Night Mist and Samurai Spirit. These units placed on the Vanguard or rear guard. If you have a Granblue Vanguard, you can pay the cost, which is counterblast 2. If you do, choose a unit from your drop zone and call it to the rear guard. So he can fish out other units like Ruin Shade, blah, anything else you need for the field. Very good utility card. I recommend running 3 in the deck because he's very weak. So you want to use this effect and then use him for tribute fodder later on. But that's basically it. Like I said, set 6 will give these guys way more support and the deck will become competitive, but right now it's just a good fun deck. Very fun concept. I mean, very fun to play. Like, honestly, this deck is super cheap. If you can go for it, make the deck. I highly recommend it. It's so much fun. But right now, in terms of competitiveness, it's not that aggressive. I mean, it's not that good now. But come set 6, this deck will be very deadly with more units like him and him coming out, and a buffed up Negromarl, and just other stuff like that. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this little clan analysis. I'll be making a Spike Bros one right after this, and yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this. Don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, and yeah, have a good day. Peace, guys.